And let's go ahead with questions for Coach here. Who's first?
Come on, don't be shy.
Tara, what do you think about your bracket?
It's awesome. I'm excited. We're really excited to be going to Texas and, not worrying about who plays where and regional and everything. Just go down there and duke it out.
Gino has been known to upstage people under all sorts of circumstances. I'm joking, but what do you think about the news about Gino, and just, is that like a super wake up call to everyone that, we're still in the midst of this?
Well, first of all, I hope that, if he tested positive, that he's able to recover very quickly and go through the 10-day or 14-day, whatever it is, the quarantine, and be down with his team. All of us, whether it's coaches or players, work really hard. And, the most important thing is to stay healthy. And it is a definite reminder to everyone. It's just like, stay away, and I think our whole staff and team, we've worked really hard, and we want to stay negative through this tournament and keep playing.
Let's go next to Janie McCauley. Go ahead, Janie.
Hi, Tara. Nice to see you. Thanks for taking some time. Hi, Brian. Good to see you back. Tara, being a #1 overall seed, I know that you always talk about the journey with your players, but this group has certainly earned it. And how special is that for the team? Or have you talked to them about, this is just the first step, so to speak? Sorry, I meant the Warriors.
Well, Janie, what I really tell our team is seeds do not matter. It's not like you get any extra points when you show up at the gym. Seeds are irrelevant. Records irrelevant. Being healthy, being excited to play, being prepared. Our focus is totally on Utah Valley and just doing everything we can to get ready to play that game. Having gone through every single imaginable thing in this tournament, that's what we're focused on.
Let's go next to Steve Kroner. Go ahead, Steve.
Tara, if I could ask you a couple questions about Cameron Brink. First one would be, is it coincidence or not that since she got in the starting lineup, you guys have not lost?
I think that, we've won a lot of games with her not in the starting lineup, but I think that she definitely has a unique skill set. Her size, her athleticism, her hands, her defense, her blocking shots. I definitely think it gets our team off to a really good start. As long as, she's takes care of business on the defensive end and stays in the game. That's been the biggest challenge, Cam, making good decisions and staying in the game for us. But, I have a lot of confidence in whether it's Ashton or Fran. I think Ashton has started for us, Fran has started for us, Alyssa has started for us. So, all those frontline people have really been major contributors in different situations, but Cam is very special.
How much better is she now than she was at the end of November? Mm-hmm. And how much better can she be in 3 years?
I think the answer to both of those questions is a lot. She's a lot better than she was in November. She was, she didn't get a summer to be on campus to train and work out. She learned our offense on Zoom, and Zoom is great, but it's really challenging. So it did take her a while to kind of get in the flow of things, but I think she's doing fantastic. And she has a terrific upside. As she, I think, develops more, she's so versatile. I think she can hit the inside shot, outside shot. She runs the floor really well. She rebounds really well. And don't let the frame fool you. She's tough. She's very physical.
Great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Next question comes from Jacob Rayburn. Go ahead, Jacob.
Hey, Coach. This time since the conference championship game and leading up to the first tournament game is kind of a nice period of time to rest, but also work on things. what's been the emphasis so far, and what do you expect it to be in the remaining days before the tournament starts?
Well, Jacob, you're absolutely right. It is a combination of rest, and we've taken, we've had like, 3 good days off where people, are off their legs and are ready. We've, cut our practices a lot shorter. We've been working on time and score situations, with the ability to advance the ball and trying to make sure that people know what shots we want to get. We've been getting in the gym a lot, getting shots up, which we weren't able to do earlier. And, I'd say, just playing, having other people step up and help us without Kiana as much. So just trying to, move the ball around, play against a lot of different situations, traps, half court defenses, and special situations, I think has been our biggest thing.
And last thing, I feel like it's a little appropriate that UC Davis is in your region. You guys didn't get a chance to play them this year, but can you remind everyone of the role that staff and head coaches played with you guys?
Jacob, I'll tell you that I'm really surprised that there was not more moving around of teams this year, with, the opportunity of everyone coming to the same place. Why not move Davis to play against East Coast teams and East Coast teams against us? That's the one biggest thing that surprised me about the whole bracket. And just like, a North Carolina State, the first one came out with North Carolina State playing a North Carolina team. I'm like, why? So, for Davis, for us, I've talked to Jen, congratulated her on getting the automatic bid. She and Joe they're really great friends of mine. I'm really excited that they're in the tournament, and we want them to do really well. I said, except for against Stanford.
Thank you.
We'll go next to Cheryl Coward. Go ahead, Cheryl.
Hi, Coach. The Pac-12 has 6 teams in the tournament, didn't miss a beat with the miss season, and you have Oregon in your bracket and Washington State in there. It's been 30 years since they've been to the tournament. Your thoughts on having 6 teams from the league in the tournament?
Cheryl, a great question. And I'll just say that as soon as a Pac-12 team came up, our team watching, was excited, cheering for them. I'm really excited for Cammie. What a great job she's done at Washington State to take them to the NCAA tournament, first time in 30 years. I think all the Pac-12 teams can do extremely well. Oregon State, UCLA, Arizona. I think having 6 teams in is great. So, we look at half of our games were against, NCAA competition in the Pac-12. Even more than that because we play the tournament too. So we're really excited for the Pac-12, and I'll be cheering for every one of them to do really well.
Thanks.
Next up in the queue, Kyle Newman. Go ahead, Kyle.
Hey, Coach. So you mentioned at Pretchel and Believe. What have you seen from them in terms of just growth in their sophomore year? And then also, I know Jana Van Geitenbeek doesn't play as much, but what does she bring to the table as a reserve?
The bigs, Ashton and Fran, I think are much improved. And, obviously there are times where we will play 2 bigs together and Haley at the 3, or Haley might not be in the game, but they all play really well with each other, and they're all really supportive. They're competitive every day in practice, but they're supportive of each other. And I think it allows us to play what I call tag team. Cam gets tired or gets a foul, we bring in Ashton, we bring in Fran, I'll bring in Alyssa. We can just keep running, and different people have stepped up in opportunities. Someone like Alyssa Jerome came off the bench for us and had a great game against Oregon State. Fran has played terrific basketball, in different situations, as has Ashton. Ashton had, I believe, 14 against USC. So sometimes it might be the matchup, but all of them are doing really well, and we don't drop way off when one of them comes in the game. We might even bring in something different.
And one final thing, I know you're focused on the tournament, but in terms of recruiting girls from Colorado, and you have another top pledge, Lauren Betts, has that been an increased focus for your program in the past few years, or where do you stand on that?
I think honestly, we just really try to recruit players that fit our style, fit the university in terms of academically. And Colorado has been very good to us. I agree. And to answer your question, Jana, again, was one of those freshmen that did not get a summer to work out, to learn what we're doing. But she is doing really, really well. And she's playing, I believe, behind an All-American right now. And we're going to need her to step up in the future. So she has a great attitude. She's ready when she needs to go in. She's made some big plays for us. I think came in again against Oregon, had a great game for us. So we're expecting her to be ready in the tournament.
Thank you, Coach.
We got time for a couple more before we get to Kiana. If you came on late, we are recording this, so we'll get everything to you. Let's go to Daniel Martinez Crams. Go ahead, Daniel.
Hi, Coach. It's a theme around the country because there wasn't a tournament last year, but a lot of players will be making their first appearance in a tournament. I know for you, just 5 players with tournament experience. Is that going to be an adjustment for you at all in these upcoming days?
I think, Daniel, it's a level playing field. So, the players that we have that have been in the tournament, I think will, recognize what help maybe their other teammates need. But I think also the Pac-12 tournament, having played in that twice for everyone, basically, that's very helpful. So you get tournament experience and, you understand it's you got to play that day or go home.
Okay, thanks, Aaron. We'll go back to Ann Killian. Go ahead, Ann.
Thanks. So Tara, a little bit of a big picture, but about that whole theme of not having played last year, does that make you appreciate, especially at this stage of your career where, how many times you're going to be in the tournament, but just kind of, you have a big picture appreciation of just what this seeing a bracket unfold means. It was a year ago, you weren't allowed to see that.
And I think this whole year has been about that exact word, about appreciate every single little thing, because it was taken away from us, for us. And then the gym was taken away from us. Games at home were taken away from us. So our team, just, I think being out there, it felt a little surreal, to be honest with you. Is this really happening? Because, it was taken away from us last year. I think that, it is different going to, one site, but our team is very excited. And, just we know that we have to just do everything that we're supposed to do to stay healthy and keep playing, because it can be taken away very quickly.
Thanks.
We'll take our final question from Janie McCauley, and then we'll move on to Kiana. Go ahead, Janie.
Thanks, Brian. Tara, when you, as you head into this tournament, what do you think it means to so many teams that these freshmen could come in early, these early enrolling freshmen such as Dominique Darius at UCLA, and some of these teams might not have survived to keep playing games without some of these young women coming to campus early, and how much does that give them a head start, having been in Pac-12 competition or whatever competition around the country, to get their careers going nice?
I mean, I think that, if our players had been allowed that, I think that several of them would have chosen that, because a lot of high schools did not play their season. And I know that if it had happened to me, I would have wanted to do the same thing, to get into college, get working out, and it's a bonus year. And so, really, everyone has an extra year. So our sophomores are really freshmen. Our juniors are really sophomores. Our seniors could be juniors. So, I think it's great that they've allowed them to do that, and that they've been able to take advantage. And like you said, it has helped some teams who were really low in numbers, and maybe projected them into the NCAA tournament. With Talia up at Oregon State, she really helped them get things going. As you pointed out, there are some players that, have really stepped in and helped their team. I want to just say one thing, Ann. I am wearing a double mask in Texas. Thank you all. I'll get Kiana in here.
Thanks, Tara.
Thanks, Tara. Good luck.